Okay, now we're going. Alrighty. Anyhow, as I was saying, it's good to put a face to your voice. And,
Thanks, Bob Dole. Oh, wait. It was the other guy. Al Gore. Hey, Bob Dole passed away.
really?
Yep.
I didn't do it.
He was only 100 years old, so it was all right.
Okay, I need to... I'm sorry about this, Dave.
No problem. Take your time.
So, Dave, how's your day? You're on the East Coast? Where at?
Yeah, I'm up in New Milford, Connecticut.
Okay. You say up in.
Today was good.
You say up in. Does that mean Connecticut's above New York? I don't know the East Coast very well.
It's not far from New York.
Okay.
We border it, so.
And I ask because my racist, I hear your accent.
Oh, gotcha.
Connecticut, you guys seeing snow or anything yet?
Not yet, no. Luckily, no. Hopefully it'll stay away for a little bit.
Yeah, we used to, here in the Pacific Northwest, we used to get our snow as early as November. Now it doesn't really come until sometimes January, sometimes July.
I mean, I'm sure we're going to get it, but, it's winter.
Yep.
You're in Connecticut, so, it's going to happen.
It has to happen. Have a great day. Remember, it's never too late to give up on your dreams.
Yeah, that's exactly what I keep saying.
What was it Homer Simpson said? Says trying is the first step towards failure.
Yep.
Yep.
And that, my friend, is me. One of these days I'm going to know better than to actually try.
Oh, man.
Yeah, you don't believe that either, huh?
No, I don't.
Okay, let's turn that one. I'm trying to find the right camera.
What, for you?
Yeah.
How many cameras you got?
3.
No wonder I look so fat.
Yeah, I see like 4 or 5 of me, kind of like it's that
Yeah.
old commercial where she told 2 friends, and he told 2 friends,
And so on, and so on, and so on. That sounds like a pyramid scheme. It is, sir.
Okay, I got the right camera now. Now if I can just get the right size. Let's not hear it. Let's not hear it.
Son of a mother of all toasted donuts.
I left myself wide open for that one, didn't I?
Oh, that's another one. Starting to get Oedipus over here. I better get a beer. Do you mind if I have a drink, Dave?
Have all you want.
Do you drink, Dave?
No, not really.
Not really. So yes, but no.
He's in training, maybe, but
Oh man, I'm professional. Well, I would say professional, but I don't get paid to drink. You better start recording because I'm about to start asking questions.
Well,
boss.
it is recording.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So, Dave, how old are you, boss?
What's that?
How old are you, sir?
I just turned 50 this year.
Oh, right on. You're up there with me.
I would have been 51, but I was sick a year. So. But bunch.
How long you been playing music?
That depends. I've actually been playing guitar since I was 12.
Okay.
And there's been a lot of stops and starts along the way.
Oh yeah, I understand completely.
I mean, I put out a CD I put out 2 CDs, one back in 2005 and one back in 2008.
Okay.
I stopped for several years, and then I came back to it around about 3 or 4 years ago.
Right on.
I started getting more back into it. And since 2019, I've been releasing singles every other month.
And are you a band, or do you do all the music yourself?
I do most of the music myself.
So you play the bass, the guitar, the drums?
Yes.
Awesome.
And I have a guitarist that I collaborate with on a couple of songs.
Okay.
His name's Crash Gordon. He's a phenomenal guitarist.
Crash Gordon?
Yep.
Nice.
Yeah,
no,
you
he's
sent us.
phenomenal. He's out at New Jersey. He has a band with his girlfriend Crash Gordon and Deborah Dynamite. They're a great rockabilly band.
Nice,
Huh.
nice.
Yeah, yeah. I know you sent me a submission with just the music. It was just a. I used to know the word. Instrumental, and but you said it was featuring him playing the guitar.
Yeah, there was a song we did called "Well," and that was basically there was a Carl Perkins HBO special many years ago where he had said, there's a lot of rockabilly songs start with "Well," and I started thinking about it, and I'm like, it's a Gene Vincent lyric. Almost every Gene Vincent song starts with that. You had Elvis. Well, I heard the news.
Yeah, I get it.
You had Carl Perkins. Well, it's one for the money.
Yep.
You had Buddy Holly doing in the beginning of Rave On. And the amount of songs that start with with rockabilly is endless. So I said, we'll call this one Well. And what I did was I strung together some rockabilly songs titles as the lyrics.
Nice.
It's like, well, my baby left me on a lonesome train. I've got the pretty bad blues. And it goes from there. The bridge is racing like the devil in my brand new Cadillac.
Yeah.
And I did a demo for him. I played it, and he loved it. And he said, I want to play guitar on it. And so we went from there. And I have a small studio in my basement.
Okay.
And I recorded everything but his guitar part here. I sent him the music. He recorded the lead guitar in his studio. I got it back, mixed it together, and we released it.
Yep.
That's awesome, man.
Yeah.
That's a great collaboration. So
Thank
do
you.
he's played a few songs for me, Gary has, and do you is all of your stuff comedic or parody-ish, or do you have some issue songs or some touchy-feely stuff? What do you?
No, if I was gonna write a love song, it'd be about like French fries or cheesesteak.
That would be a beautiful song, sir.
Basically, I try to keep it light. I try to keep it fun. I don't do a lot of slow stuff, if any.
Well, that's because I ask about the love songs specifically because the great Googa Mooga. I'm just wondering what the legend is behind that.
Oh, there's a little story behind that. That's not my song.
Oh,
that is actually was written by Lee Dorsey.
Okay.
Who did Working in the Coal Mine and Ya Ya and Holy Cow and Eeny Meeny Miny Mo, and I found that song by accident.
Oh.
Because I was going to record another song called Good Googa Mooga, and then I came across this one called Great Googa Mooga. I'm like, Lee Dorsey. Wait a second.
I know that name.
I have a bunch of his 45s. I'm like, I don't have this one. So I went and I looked. I found it on YouTube, actually.
Nice.
And it turns out it was an unissued song recorded back in the 60s that didn't come out till after he died in 1987.
Oh.
So I'm listening to the lyrics. It's a great Googa Mooga, sweeter than sugar. They're using my coffee and tea. And I'm like, this is a rockabilly song in disguise. So I started playing with it, and I said, let me find the right key for this. I said, well, what's a good key for rockabilly? A. Okay. So I started playing it, and I started to Daveify it. And I played it for my wife, Wendy, who is the litmus test for everything I do.
Nice.
Because she has a musical ear, and she's told me, yes, that's great. And she's even said,
why do you play that?
So because if you're recording by yourself, I've learned that you can't kid yourself. You can't live in a vacuum and think everything you're doing is good, because it's not. And so I worked on it a little bit. I recorded it, and I put that out back in January.
Nice. Yeah, you say you can't work in the vacuum. You're right. Even if it is good, if you're working on it and working on it and working on it, and you got this myopic focus on it, you've got to back away and let someone else hear it and tell you, yeah, you're done.
Oh, absolutely, absolutely.
But yeah, so back in January,
that's how that one came about.
You say you Davified it in Rockabilly. Are you so you're saying it was not recorded as a Rockabilly song by Lee?
Oh no. This was recorded as like a soul mover.
Oh.
Great Googa Mooga.
Oh, it's nice. I'm gonna have to find that.
Coffee and tea. Kind of like a cross between Ya Ya and Working in the Coal Mine.
Okay.
By Lee Dorsey.
Okay.
So this was this was a soul song but the lyrics are rockabilly.
So how about what is that? The sit down. What's that other one you play for me? Sit down comedian.
Yeah.
Sit down comedian.
That's my favorite.
Thank you.
I like that one a lot.
I'm really stoked you like that one.
I like that one a lot because I kind of what do they call that when you pretend you're something? I act like a comedian once in a while. I get on stage, and I've also got a podcast that I do, and I want to do a segment on it called "Sit Down Stand Up." And
wow, that's cool. I dig.
Lo and behold, you've already written the intro theme music for it, and I'm just wondering if you'd mind if I used it.
Of course.
And I will definitely give credit and give you a link, and if we make money, you get it.
That would be awesome. Just send me, when you use it, just send me the link so I can help promote it.
Oh, awesome. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. It's going to be a little bit down the road, but because I could show you the whiteboard if we were in my studio where I put the thing, sit down, stand up. We need to have comedians come in and sit down and tell jokes for a few minutes, and we'll just rip on them or riff on them.
Oh yeah, no, of course.
So yeah,
that'd be awesome.
That's beautiful interview. Now I don't even have to do it.
I would love for you to do it.
Oh man, thank you very much.
Oh, my pleasure. So, on my Facebook page, which I basically keep to good music and bad jokes.
Perfect.
I post a lot of bad jokes, and there's a rule in my house with Wendy that says you're not allowed to tell me jokes. Tell them on Facebook. You cannot tell me jokes in the house. So I go outside and call her and tell her jokes. And that doesn't work too well. Sometimes I try to tell jokes to the dog in front of her, and that doesn't go over well either. but anyway, she says to me one day, "You tell so many stupid jokes. Why don't you make a song out of them?" And I'm like,
"You're a genius."
Challenge accepted. So I go and I think about it a little bit, and I'm like, going back to high school. I'm thinking back to high school. I had a friend of mine. We used to joke with each other. Be like, "You're not a stand-up comedian. You're a sit-down comedian." Whenever you get up to tell jokes, people say, "Sit down, sit down." And so that was the hook with it. When I get up to tell a joke, I hear, "Sit down."
Yep.
So I'm like, okay. So, got to sit down. I'm a sit-down comedian. I got the worst jokes in town, which Wendy gave me that line. So, I listened to a lot of Homer and Jethro, in case you couldn't tell. And so, they had a song, "Ooh, That's Corny," which was kind of this is kind of like an homage to them.
Okay.
And where they're weaving jokes in and out of the song.
Uh-huh.
And so, I'm thinking to myself, I said, I got to come up with 3 jokes that will make up the song. And so I start looking for jokes, and I came up with 3 good ones, so which are weaved throughout the song. And it took a little bit of finessing, because I'm like, am I going to do this spoken word or am I going to sing this? So it's kind of like half and half.
Right.
And so I put this together, and it just took a little while. I finally got it together, and I played it for Wendy. She's like, I love this. Awesome. You got to record this. So I went downstairs. I recorded it. I used brushes for the drums on this one, and took a little bit, but there we go. We got sit-down comedian. And I've played it live a couple times, and it's a weird feeling when people are yelling at you to say, sit down, sit down, when they're actually enjoying the song.
Yeah.
So
it's kind of like a mixed message. It's like, what do I do?
You sit down on stage with a stool and keep going.
Yep, exactly.
So you say you have a studio, and you're a musician. Are you? I'm a musician. Are you anything like me? Do you have what I call gear acquisition syndrome?
No, actually, I try to do it on the cheap.
Okay.
Yeah. He's more like me.
Okay.
Yeah.
Because
we're not cheap. We're frugal.
So
I've tried to. I mean, I use a Zoom. I use a Zoom R24, and I master with Audacity.
Okay.
And I mean, for Rockabilly, it's great. I mean, because Audacity gives off a warm sound, and the way I feel is, if it ain't broke, don't fix it.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, what kind of guitars do you have?
I have a couple of Fender guitars.
Okay.
Electric and acoustic. The Stratocaster, the Telecaster, the Fender acoustic, and I have
Rockabilly guitars. Yes.
Exactly.
How about?
I have an Ibanez Artist hollow body that I use.
Oh, very nice.
And what they call a CCB, a cheap Chinese bass.
Oh, sweet. I used to use those all the time.
That's the bass I got.
Yeah. Straight up. And so you got a drum kit? What kind of drum kit you got?
I'm not
just
even
internet?
sure what the brand is on it. But,
so it's a put together.
Kind of.
That's the brand, put together.
Kind of, yeah. Kind of like a Johnny Cash, one piece at a time type thing, but it works very well.
Yeah. Oh well. Yeah. I mean, I've played on trap kits that sound better than 12, 14 piece kits. I'm just like, why do you need so many pieces? Because I like to hit a lot of stuff. Okay.
We'll go riding with my wife.
Right now I'm pretty. All kidding aside, right now I'm just using a snare and a cymbal.
Yeah.
And that seems to be all I need.
Yeah, makes sense.
Because the bass
covers all the kick and tom action.
Exactly.
And the guitar covers all that nice shine from the cymbals and stuff. Yeah, oh yeah. Because especially an acoustic guitar, because an acoustic guitar can be very percussive in itself.
Absolutely.
So you're really getting you got the full gamut. I mean, don't mean to make this about me, but when I was playing, I had so much. I had a set of 12s, 15s, and 18s, and you can't even hear the drums at that point. When I cut it down to just a nice couple of 10s, all of a sudden my drummer's like, "Thank goodness, now I can hear myself." I just want to feel all the megahertz. But yeah, so you say you got a CCB. The recordings I heard are real nice, and you use Audacity. How long does it take you after you've finished actually recording it and you're happy with the recording? How long does it take you to mix one?
To mix it?
Yeah, because or do you mix it as you go kind of thing, and then you're like, this is good, now I'm going to record it? Because as one man, you have to you're jumping around from instrument to instrument, so you can't. It's hard to mix it as a single piece when you're doing each instrument individually, is what I'm asking.
Each mix probably takes a couple hours
to
do. And the mastering, probably another couple hours.
And do you use Audacity to master as well, or is there an external program to that?
No, well, I do the mix on the Zoom.
Okay.
And I do the mastering on Audacity.
Oh, okay. And
that seems to work.
That's awesome.
Yeah, you always sound good. The mix on it
sound great, man.
Yeah.
You're doing a great job, sir.
Oh, thank you.
Entertaining.
So what made you decide, or let me rephrase that. What got you interested in rockabilly over the other types of music?
Well, when I was growing up, my father used to listen to Elvis and Buddy Holly,
Oh, yeah.
Dion, a lot of doo-wop in his truck. He had 8-track tapes at the time that he was listening to. This was back like in the late 70s, early 80s.
Yeah.
And so one day we went to my grandmother's and found my mother's old albums. And the first one I pulled out was Elvis Presley's first album. And I started playing it, and I was hooked from there.
All right.
Yeah.
And I started getting more deeper into it at the time, you know, Chuck Berry, Eddie Cochran, Gene Vincent. And then later on, I got into deeper rockabilly with Charlie Feathers, Matt Curtis, Link Ray. The list can go on and on.
Yeah. Oh, cool. Yeah. Yeah, I never did actually figure out what kind of music I was really into. That's Rubber Chicken Radio, you know. I like it all except the hip hop and the rap. I'm just, you know.
I listen to everything from ABBA to ZZ Top, so.
Well, yeah. You know, I like everything from Lawrence Welk to Guy Lombardo to Alice Cooper to, you know.
Oh, there's good music in every genre. You just got to find it.
Right?
Yeah.
Takes a minute. You like Weird Al Yankovic, sir?
Oh, yeah. I remember him from when I was growing up with the Ricky video and My Bologna and.
To me, he's one of the most underrated musicians of our time.
Yeah, I'll go along with that.
Phenomenal.
Yeah, and his vocals. He's
Everything.
a hell of a
his
vocalist
creativeness,
too. Yeah.
His parodies, he plays the accordion as good as Steve Martin plays the banjo, bro.
Yeah.
It's awesome.
Yeah.
I saw a clip of him. I think it was a Tom Snyder show when he first started in I think 1980, 81, early 1981.
80-ish, 80s, yeah.
And I think it was just him and the other guy, John Bermuda Schwartz. He was playing the accordion and John was doing the sound effects. And I think they played another one, Rides the Bus.
Yeah.
And it was phenomenal.
Yeah. My favorite song by Weird Al Yankovic, though, I have to say, is from the soundtrack from Johnny Dangerously. I don't know if you guys have ever seen that movie. It was hilarious. It was so stupid as heck, but it was funny. But he did the title track on it.
Did he?
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
And but at the end of the movie and everything, it went out with him finishing off that song. So they played the whole song at the end of it, and the song itself was hilarious. But I think it's all original. I mean, it wasn't. I'd never heard it anywhere else.
I can't think of what the title track to Johnny Dangerously was.
Yeah, I
can only think of that song that she sang to him in the club about she wants to live dangerously.
Yeah.
I'll have to look for that. I didn't know he was involved with that movie.
I'm curious.
Yeah. It's called Johnny Dangerously. It was Michael Keaton that was
played the part. Yeah.
Yeah, that was played Johnny Dangerously, and I can't remember the woman that she was the redhead from Taxi, from the TV series Taxi.
Yeah.
Lorraine Newman.
Yeah. Yeah, she was the
love interest.
Yeah, the performer, and this kind of stuff. It was just complete. Doyle, he was one
Peter
of the.
Doyle?
Yeah, Peter Doyle was one of the bosses.
Yeah, he was the protagonist.
Yeah.
Wait, Johnny Dangerously was the protagonist.
Yeah, but it was just very, very funny. You're going to have to watch that sometime. But anyway, getting back to you.
Sorry. Stop focusing. This is about Dave, not me.
But yeah.
So Dave, you've been playing for a while. Have you done gigs like at festivals and stuff like that, or just local stuff, or have you done anything like that?
Oh, absolutely. I've been playing. This actually in 2021 then ended up being a busy year for me. I had about 9 or 10 gigs this year.
Nice,
oh, really
nice.
Some of them I've done solo acoustic. I played 3 or 4 gigs this year with with Crash Gordon and Deborah Dynamite, and I actually helped them open for Robert Gordon a
Nice.
couple months ago.
Very nice.
Cool. So you're actually getting really busy then.
It's been getting busy, so I'm very pleased.
Yeah, how's it looking for next year? I mean, with this year coming to a close, you got stuff lined up?
We're starting to plan for next year. I do have one actually. The first week, I think it's January 8th, at the Reserve Association in Elmwood Park, New Jersey, with Crash Gordon and Deborah Dynamite.
Oh, that'd be cool.
Awesome.
We're doing an Elvis's birthday celebration.
Yeah?
Where we're playing all Elvis songs, so that's going to be a lot of fun.
That's
yeah.
awesome.
Yeah.
This is great. So do you got a best gig, worst gig story for us?
Good question.
Every musician does.
I'm trying to think of best gig.
Well, what's
Probably the gigs I play with Crash and Deborah have all been fantastic.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's always better when you have somebody to play with, because
Yes.
you got people to actually relate to,
Some
to
people
work
like
with.
playing with themselves, bro.
Yeah, well, yeah, but that's in the Holiday Inn, And
I'd probably say the Robert Gordon gig that I played a couple months ago was probably one of my best gigs.
Sweet.
what was your favorite part of it? Just
My favorite part was the energy from the crowd, because it was really good energy.
Nice.
yeah,
You gotta love
People
those.
Yeah.
really enjoying the show.
They got
And
out
they
of
were
their house.
getting
They're
into
just
it,
like,
and
yes.
people were clapping and dancing. So it was really good.
yeah. Anytime you can get them up on their feet, it makes you feel good. It's
Do you have a favorite kind of gig? Because like I've done from house parties to festivals, and honestly, I like house parties more than I like club venues and stuff like that. Simply because of the how intimate it can be.
Favorite type of gig. I haven't really thought about that.
Yeah.
Probably. I enjoy the gigs where people are dancing.
Yeah.
So I
Yeah.
would probably say.
So it
I would
doesn't,
say
the
I'd
venue
probably
doesn't
like-
matter as long as the people are on their feet. huh?
Yeah.
yeah.
I like a gig where people can react to the music and you're not in the background per se.
Nice.
Yeah, where they react to it and you can
Good
actually see
answer.
them react is that's one of the reasons I used to like to do what was it called, Ricketts Review down in Oregon. It was just a street festival, but they'd put a big stage out front and everything, and then you'd get up on the stage and the streets were all blocked off and people were just lawn chairs and everything else, but as soon as you started playing, and then they liked what they were hearing, they'd get up and everybody'd be boogieing, and you'd see old people on canes trying to do their best. It was fun.
But all kidding aside, I'll tell you, these days I'm just happy to get in front of an audience.
Yeah,
Oh yeah.
especially the way it is right now. Everybody's afraid to go out just about, but it's getting better. It's getting better.
Oh no, absolutely.
They'll make it worse.
Nah. I think people are finally starting to get the idea, and they're ready.
You keep yourself in that mindset, sir. It's a good mindset.
Well, yeah, I'm a blonde, so
Yeah.
I'm easily fooled. So getting back though, you never let him finish the
I
favorite.
never let anybody finish.
The best gig and the worst gig. He got the best gig. What was the worst?
That's
Oh, I got some doozies.
I haven't.
It's about Dave.
This is
I'm
about
trying to
Dave.
think. I haven't really played a huge amount of gigs where I've had a train wreck. I mean, but I'm sure it's going to happen.
Well, you're going to have to keep us posted on that one then.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'll get back to you. I've got some bad ones, but let's get worse. That's a category 5. Yeah, I'm waiting.
Yeah, you've got our email address, so be sure and let us know. Oh my God, this one went down.
And if there's footage, send it. We'll make a viral TikTok.
Well, let him make the viral TikTok. We'll go ahead and just play it for us when we do this again. 'Cause
Right.
we definitely got to do this again. But yeah. So you said you got another gig coming up in at the beginning of January. Are you doing anything over the holidays, like Christmas? Anything going along through the holiday season, or?
Probably a little more recording right now, but that's the next gig I have, and we're working on some stuff for the spring up here in Connecticut also.
Do you do mostly local stuff, or how far out will you travel for a gig? And it probably depends on money, right?
Money's a little bit, but not the be all and end all.
Because I mean, we're
I've
not going to
traveled
ask
out
you to come out here and play a gig and not pay you.
Well, I mean, I've traveled out to Jersey several times because I enjoy it and we make a weekend of it, and probably, I mean, I've had a couple of offers, one from Maryland, but the timing didn't work out right.
Okay.
So, I mean, I would probably travel down to Maryland or Virginia.
So just mainly right there in the
So-
eastern area,
Yeah.
East Coast area.
East Coast tour man.
That'd be fun to do one day.
Yeah. No, I really like a lot of your stuff, mainly because it's so upbeat, and then you got the humor in there too, and it's just like the new one that you just submitted to us, the Christmas one. What was the name of that again? One about Scrooge. Okay.
Ghost of Christmas Past.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah. The energy on that and everything, was just so good. I really, really
Thank you.
enjoyed that.
I was trying to think of something. I try to come out with a Christmas song every year, and I'm trying to think, well, what could we do this year? I mean, last year we had Drag Racing Santa, and Santa's done a lot of stuff in Rockabilly. Santa's had a Mean Machine. Santa's doing the Mambo. Santa's got a Coupe de Ville. So I'm trying to think, what else could we do with Christmas?
I don't know, but you gave me an idea with that drag racing Santa. I don't know.
Okay,
why.
RuPaul.
No, when he said when you said drag racing Santa, the thing I pictured was him dressed in drag driving a car.
So do you do
I'm
a lot
terrible.
of holiday themed stuff? And are there any holidays that are off limits?
I actually did a Halloween song this year.
Yeah, you sent
called
that.
we heard that.
Horror
We heard-
Howl.
We like that. That was good.
Yeah.
Man.
Thank you. Which is actually going to be on a vinyl compilation from Missing Think Records coming up.
Oh,
Very nice.
well, you're going to have to give us the link to that, and I'll put it on the Rubber Chicken
Oh, absolutely.
radio site. Yeah.
Absolutely. I will send that
Uh-oh.
over to be where I would keep my focus right now. Because in 2020 I had a song which was kind of a Halloween song, I guess, called One Dark Day. And I guess it would fit in Halloween. It's one dark day in the middle of the night, two dead boys got up to fight.
I know that.
Back to back.
Yeah, they faced each other, drew out their swords, and shot
Yeah.
each other. Yeah, I love that. I used to tell that one to my kids.
And so I was like, I remember hearing that when I was growing up, and I was like, it's like, I can make this into a Rockabilly song.
Yeah. Yeah, except
Which I
you,
did.
the only difference I could tell right there is you said one dark morning in the middle of the night, and we always said one bright morning in the middle of the night. Because
Oh.
it's all about opposites,
Yeah.
And then let's see, there at the end, I don't know how you ended it, but we always said the blind man round the corner, he saw it too.
Yep.
Yeah.
You don't believe this lie is true. Ask
Yep.
the blind kid, he saw it too.
Yeah. Yeah, I love that. That was always fun. Now, talk about a song of opposites. That'd be great.
So do you
Yeah, I figured it was a great song for 2020. It just made absolutely no sense.
Yeah.
Hey man,
Yeah.
that's an Eminem song right there. So do you have a label? Do you have your own body of works that you encompass and as yourself produced under your own label and whatnot?
I don't really have a label per se, but hopefully I'll get to do more with Missing Fink Records.
Yeah.
Hopefully, we'll cards. If it's in the cards, I will.
Missing Fink, come on, man.
Yep. I mean, Johnny really enjoyed Haunted Horror House. So hopefully there will be more coming down the road.
Fantastic.
Yeah, that'd be cool. Yeah,
But in terms of my releases, I mean, I release singles every couple months, so
Okay.
I'll have a new single coming out in January as well.
now where do you where are your
It's going to be
singles,
about this interview he did. Got an interview. These guys didn't have a clue. Asked me stupid questions, but I went through.
Yeah, so where do you release your music out of that's not from the label, like Spotify or where?
Well, actually, I use a digital distributor, CD Baby.
CD Baby,
And,
yeah. They're good because they have their fingers in all of the places like iTunes and Audacity and all that stuff where you pay them and they take care of it.
Yeah.
Exactly. Exactly. I mean, there's so many of the, digital aggregators that you can use. I mean, you could use Ditto or
Yeah.
DistroKid or TuneCore, and I found CD Baby works the best for me with what I release because you pay one fee and you don't have to renew it every year.
Yeah.
And it just stays up forever.
It's a as you go and as long as it's up, it's up. They don't take it down.
So I mean, right now I'm on pretty much all the streaming services. I mean, it goes to YouTube Music, Spotify,
Amazon, iTunes.
yeah. Amazon, iTunes.
There's one that starts with R. Can't remember what it is. Real something. Reddit. Not Reddit. Something else.
Yeah, I know which one you're talking about, but I can't remember.
Yeah, it
either.
starts with R, right?
Yeah.
I don't know if it's Rhapsody. I'm not sure.
No. But anyway, so
Yeah.
it's great, man. Yeah, like I said, he played those 3 songs for me, and it's fantastic, man. I like what you're doing. Keep it up.
Thank you. I'm glad you dig it.
It's awesome. But I come from a background where I used to write Twisted Tunes because Weird Al Yankovic was a hero of mine, and they had this a radio show a few decades ago called Twisted Radio with Bob Rivers, and I got an opportunity to write some really good Twisted songs with him. But that's more
wow,
that's more
fantastic.
parody stuff
Yeah.
as opposed to original.
Yeah, I like Bob Rivers too. I play on one of his on my on Rubber Chicken Radio too.
Yeah.
3-inch Tool.
Yeah, I have the Christmas CD that he did with I Am Santa Claus and Jingle Hell's Bells.
Oh,
and
nice, yeah.
Walking around in women's underwear and
Yeah.
Manger 6, and I'm trying to think some of the other ones.
Oh man, this is decades ago. I can't remember. I drink. I don't drink to remember.
Yeah, I have to reintroduce myself most mornings.
Yeah, oh yeah. See, that's why I call myself Sleazy Vegetable Joe, because people will remember my name for me. Why you call yourself that? What? Sleazy Vegetable Joe? Oh yeah. Hi, I'm Sleazy. What's your name? But Dave's easy, because Dave's my favorite name, because Dave's not here, man.
Yeah. Yeah, I always got a kick out of that one too. So
I heard the story behind that
Yeah?
with Cheech and Chong,
Yeah?
and that was pretty funny.
It's a great story.
yeah, well, it was a good skit. I mean, if you, it wasn't Up in Smoke. It was something like Nice Dreams or something like that. I think.
Yeah?
That one was in and everything, and God, it was hilarious. I was dying. We were watching it in the drive-in, and I was almost wetting my pants because I didn't want to go to bed while they were doing that. Or I didn't want to go to the
To the bathroom, yeah.
yeah. So it was hilarious, though. I used to love those guys back in the day.
I still love them. I met Tommy Chong at a Hemp Fest celebration here in Seattle a couple
Oh, nice.
decades back, It was great, man. That guy. I met Snoop Dogg too. I'll tell you what, Snoop Dogg smoked me under the table. Tommy Chong, we got high, but Snoop, I was dead. But Tommy, he had a few people with him, but Snoop had two people rolling joints for him constantly. Because I brought a bag of weed because I wanted to be all impressive. Because I was in a band and we did a gig together, so I want to be all impressive going to the green room. I'm like, hey man, I brought my best weed, and he's like, good, I brought my best weed too. Give me your bag. Takes the whole bag, and I'm like, I was ready to roll a joint. He takes the whole bag, gives it to his guy, and they roll a joint. He lights it up, passes it around, and by the time I took a hit and passed it to the next guy, there's another joint coming. And I take that, and I pass it, and there's another joint coming. And it's like, next thing I know, everyone's got joints, and we're just all rolling them around. And I, as far as I know, I did good at the gig. Because we got asked back. But, woo, man. I like 3 days. Fridge empty.
Wow.
Yeah, I had something similar to that in this resort. I was hitchhiking, came through the Idaho, someplace, hot springs, something. But there's a resort there, and these guys picked me up and asked me if I could play the guitar. I said, yeah. And so they gave me a place to stay and all I could drink, all I could eat.
Perfect.
Yeah, I ate very
That is
little. I
paradise.
drank an awful lot. But I remember playing for the first, I don't know, half hour, 45 minutes, something like that, because it kept bringing me shots to go along with the beer. And I don't remember. All I know is that I woke up the next day. They said they had a lot of fun and everybody loved it.
You didn't wake up, sir. You came to.
Yeah.
So Dave, you ever play with anyone famous, bigger than you, famouser than you? Not yet. Your goal?
Let's see.
You got a goal for someone to play with? That sounds
I
bad.
played with Laura Hope last year. Laura Hope and the Arctones.
Okay.
And I opened for Robert Gordon.
Nice. Very nice.
With Crash and Deborah. As far as any goals,
Yeah.
I don't know. I mean, maybe someday I'd be able to play at some of the big Rockabilly festivals. I mean, that would be fun.
Yeah.
See, let's take Rockabilly to the Caribbean and just live our lives out in the sun. Isn't that how folk and polka music came to Mexico? The Germans were just like, well, we're tired of this wet gray weather. Let's see what it's like over there in the sun.
They were probably trying to get off the East Coast anyway, so they got, let's get out of New York.
Oh. So what inspires you, Dave? What things do you look at daily that it's just like, I've got to write a song about that?
Kind of, a lot of my songs are kind of from everyday life and my life experiences.
Uh-huh.
I mean, that's all right. I've also been involved with a lot of car songs. I mean, I had Carburetor for Christmas. I had another one, Sloppy Jalopy.
Yeah, I've got that one.
Which...
This one's about the
I've been around
tailpipe, but
cars
it's
all
not
my
for
life.
here.
What's that?
I said, this one's about the tailpipe, but it's the wrong venue.
But that one, there's a line where mirror fell off, I'm out of luck. My brother and I were driving home from college, and he had this junky GMC Jimmy he was working on. And as we're driving home, the driver's side mirror came loose and just fell off. And the song that came on the radio not 2 minutes later was Rust and Smoke by is it the Yoppers? Is that the group?
I don't know, sir.
Never heard of it.
Song Rust and Smoke, the heaters broke, the door just blew away.
They were watching you.
Yeah, so that comes on and I'm like, Rust and Smoke, the heaters broke, the mirror blew away.
Yeah.
He didn't find it too funny at the time.
Well, they say time. That's
Yes.
what's it? Catastrophes and time equal comedy.
No, it's always a lot of fun when it's somebody else, but when it happens to you, it's not so funny. You know. I mean,
Yes.
That is true. That's the only time where time isn't necessary.
yeah. Yeah, we love it when we see it happen to someone else, but we hate it when we see it happen to us. It just and unless you're kind of sadistic or something,
Oh, do you only have to be kind of? Oh, my glasses. Forgot my old man, so I can't read.
Here, you want me to hold it?
No,
It looks like
no.
his arms aren't long enough.
They aren't. Yeah, so no, I mean, so the Pearl Harbor's coming up. Pearl Harbor Day. Do you have a song for Pearl Harbor Day? Bombs Away?
Actually, there is a rockabilly song called "Bombs Away." It's funny you said that, but
Because, I mean, it's like, as
so someone kind of beat me to that already.
yeah. Bummer. I hate when I do
But,
that. Like, I'll write a joke and then I'll Google it, and it's like, I thought that was original. Nope.
Well, do bouncing bombs.
A lot of my jokes are stolen, so it's kind of,
Now, we don't steal jokes. We borrow them.
Yeah.
Yes.
We tweak them.
I remember I was reading something about Milton Berle was on a show, and someone told a joke, and he says, "Well, that was a great joke. I wish I'd thought of it." And the guy says back to him, "Oh, I'm sure you will."
Yeah.
Yeah, people like cover bands, but they frown on cover comedians.
Yeah.
Any comedian is good as long as you can understand and relate. So.
Well, that's why self-deprecation comedy is so good. It's people love to laugh at your pain, and it's all original. You can't steal that from me. That happened to me.
Well, you were there when I did my first one. I was talking about being short, being married, being old.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah. So yeah, he did bad. No, he did great. It was a real good show. Come on, man. More questions. I wrote down my 10, and we went through them.
Yeah, well, I've been asking them as we go.
You ain't been asking nothing. So, what kind of goals are you setting for next year specifically? Since we're kind of coming out of this lockdown where we can get out. Are you trying to play more? Do you set those kind of goals where you're like, well, we need to do 10 gigs this year or 5 gigs this month, kind of thing? Do you do that?
I'm kind of looking for like some more experiences this coming year. I definitely want to release at least another 6 singles this year.
Okay.
I'm hopeful to finally get a full compilation CD released of some music.
Of your pre-releases up to this point, kind of thing?
Yeah, and probably with some new songs.
Okay.
On there as well. And probably I'd like to play out at least 10 or 15 times.
Oh, nice.
Hopefully.
Nice.
Yeah, that'd be good. That's a pretty good goal. Because you're not so under pressure. That way, you're kind of kicked back and you're still... Because you seem like kind of a kick back, relaxed, go with the flow kind of guy. And
yeah, I'm not looking to do this for money, because there's really not that much.
Right.
But,
oh yeah. I learned that the hard way.
And I just my goal is to have
So
more
that means
people.
you have a day
hear my
job,
music.
right?
Yes, I do.
that's why we were having troubles. I was trying to get him to do an interview with me on the radio before, but his schedule and my schedule, we couldn't quite get it together. And I was like, so... But my schedule has changed, so I was able to meet yours.
A friend of mine was like, he says, you ever thought about retiring and doing music full time? And I was like, no. I said, the job pays for the music.
Right?
So,
Yeah, the music isn't paying me enough, but this is, Yeah, I do the same thing, I enjoy writing songs. I enjoy playing them and this kind of stuff. But I've never even thought about actually trying to make a living at it. You know.
It's not as easy as it looks.
I mean, I'm sure it could be done, but it would, to me, I think it would take away a lot of the joy that I get out of it.
It takes all the joy out of it, sir. Let me tell you, from my experience, I loved playing music up until it became a job.
Yeah, that's the problem. You know, I mean, when it's a hobby, it's fun, and you get into it. You know, you do it when you want to, this kind of thing. But to try and actually do it as a job, I don't think I would enjoy it.
I mean, it was fun. It was militaristic as when I got to travel to do it. But the regiment, whew, hardcore. The betrayals and the backstabbing were fine. Ooh. I could live with that.
Well, I've had jobs like that, you know.
Oh yeah, I've had girls like that. Come on.
Well,
yeah. So yeah, I mean, you try and do a release every 2 months ish, and you're trying to put together a compilation album. How many tracks are going to be on the release?
Probably about 15 or 16.
Awesome, and then you're going to put that up through CD Baby, and everyone can buy the whole thing or individual tracks as they like them, kind of thing.
Well, right now, pretty much a lot of the tracks have been released.
Okay.
So this would probably be something with probably like 3 or 4 new tracks on it.
And do you do pressings, or do you just leave it all digital?
I would prefer it would be physical pressing.
Nice.
Yeah, well, you said that you just did a vinyl release.
You did a vinyl? Well, that's expensive, sir.
Well, I'm actually in it's a compilation album with probably about 25 other bands.
Oh, okay. So it's not just all on you then.
No.
Ah, okay.
I'm not there yet. Hopefully one day.
I just pressed this vinyl. It's got 2 songs on it.
Well, 45.
Yes, sir.
Hopefully one day.
Yes, sir.
Hopefully soon.
I would love to do vinyl again, man. It's just so expensive anymore. It's crazy because when I started doing tapes, CDs came out, and it's just like CDs are so much more awesome, but they're 100 times more expensive. I can get 1,000 tapes made for the price of 1 CD.
Yeah, you guys are just children. That's the problem.
Yeah, now
That was my first release.
Hey, bro.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, just to let you know.
That's reel to reel, baby.
Oh, wow.
Is that 2-track or 4-track?
That was 4.
Nice.
But yeah, it was that was my first release, but I don't have anything to play it on.
I'm trying to find my old reel to reel up in my attic so I can put it up in my studio as a relic. I should just stand there. I'm the relic in the studio.
Oh yeah, well come over. You're in my studio. Guess who's the relic now?
That's why this is Relic Studio, and over there is the soup can.
Yeah, the antiques are here.
What do you call your studio, Dave? Got a name for it?
Yes, Casa de Pollo Studio.
Casa de Pollo, home of the chicken.
Chicken Studio.
Chicken house.
Hey, that kind of fits the theme somewhere around here.
Somewhere around here.
Yeah.
Hey, mind if I get up and get another beer, anybody? Too
I
bad.
No, help yourself.
Yeah, I got a drinking problem too.
Yeah, me.
I'm gonna finish my hot water from work.
You drink tepid water or hot water?
Hot water, but
Yeah.
well, my wife is Chinese, and she got me started on this. And when I decided to quit smoking, I went ahead and had to cut back on my coffee, and so it turned out that the hot water was a good replacement for the coffee. You know, and so I was able to quit smoking. Although today I was really looking for a cigarette earlier. I haven't had a cigarette in 4 years. But
Congratulations, that's awesome.
yeah, if I would have had one around here though, I'd have been smoking it earlier today. Anyway, but no, that's pretty cool because I mean, the first one you sent me was the Great Googa Mooga, and I got such a kick out of that, and it was such a high energy song, you know. And listening to you, you could almost I could actually picture you just, you know, big grin on your face and just really moving, and you know, I thought, you know, it was just really really good, you know. And
thank you.
yeah, you know, so when you sent me the second one, which was Sit Down Comedian, or no, it wasn't. What was the second one?
Probably the Halloween one.
No, it was before the Halloween one. Sloppy Jalopy. And,
okay.
Yeah, and I got such a kick out of that one too, because I've had that car, by the way, a couple of them. But you know, I
Don't talk about your wife like that.
Yeah, but it was another one where, you know, it was high energy, you know, and you know, it was just like wow, you know, and you know, and then you sent me that Sit Down Comedian, and I was laughing my tail off because my dad used to tell me the same jokes, you know, when I was a kid. So yeah, it was pretty awesome. I enjoyed that, you know, and so yeah, I was happy to put him on Rubber Chicken Radio, by the way. So
Well, thank you. No, I'm really stoked that you like my music and that you play it.
Oh yeah, it's good stuff, man. It's not difficult to like good music, sir.
Well, thank you.
yeah,
Well,
So, what's your favorite instrument that you don't play? For me, I have three, and I dabble with the piano, but it's one of my favorite instruments, and I don't play it. I like the steel drums, and I also like the glockenspiel or xylophone or whatever you want to call it.
probably. I really wish I'd learned how to play piano better.
Yeah,
I can play a little bit.
yeah, I dabble.
I have a banjo that I'm learning how to play slowly but surely.
I would love to learn how to play banjo. Honestly, Steve Martin he's my inspiration, but I just never pick it up.
well,
And-
if you look directly behind me, you'll see the same thing.
Oh,
This isn't about you. This is about me and Dave.
nice.
No, I'm trying to learn how to play it too. My dad gave me this banjo when I was 10 years old, and then he took it right back 2 days later, and I finally got it about 2 months ago. So we're talking 50 years sitting in a closet,
Wow.
and I finally took it apart, cleaned it all up, got it all cleaned up and tuned and everything, and now I'm trying to learn how to pick.
Is it?
Yeah.
It's tuned and everything?
Yeah.
Oh, damn. Now I'm going to pick it up. Don't know nothing about it. And so you said you got others?
Yeah, pedal steel. I'd love to learn how to
Oh,
play.
pedal steel. You like any woodwinds or anything? I play trombone, too.
Probably saxophone.
Yeah?
If I could.
Yeah.
Yeah. My son, he used to play the saxophone, and he was pretty good on it too.
I was amazed at how horrible I was at the saxophone, because I have a sister who can play one. She's like, "Oh, you play trombone? It's almost the same. It's got a reed." And I'm like, "Okay." No noise. Because I made it squeal, and then could never do it again.
Reed probably got too wasn't wet enough.
I
or
have
something.
I have no idea, because I've never played a reeded instrument, never, and I'm really interested in trying.
Yeah, you got to moisten that reed pretty good.
And I did also play the tuba,
Oh yeah,
high school marching band.
nice.
Me
I
too.
used to drive the band conductor crazy because I would play "Smoke on the Water" on the tuba.
Nice.
It's kind of like heavy metal or weighty brass, you know.
Uh huh. Oh yeah.
I got kicked off a stage a couple times for that. But, oh well.
Yeah, I used to play the tuba too, and the marching band, and then the actual orchestra.
Yeah,
You know.
the only brass I played was the trombone. But it was fun. I liked it. I tried the trumpet a couple times, and it's nice. And I want to buy one, but that trombone I have, every once in a while, just just have a little fun with it.
Yeah, all those instruments are a lot of fun. They're like the trumpet, the trombone, the French horn.
Sousaphone.
Those they all are similar. The tuba, they all work similar. the so you can actually go from one to the other as long as you can pucker tight enough.
I've been told that you can go from the trumpet to the guitar because the keying is similar.
Now, see that I don't see the similarities.
And I've been told that by a music instructor, and I was like, "Really?" He's like, "Yeah." I was like, "I'm still not taking up the trumpet."
I can see maybe the banjo because there's a lot of 3-finger picking, so the trumpet 3 fingers,
Yeah.
But
It's interesting.
yeah,
It's interesting though. Guitar to trumpet to guitar.
yeah, that to me is kind of weird, but and I could see doing the saxophone, the clarinet, the piccolo, any of those because they're similar,
And I'm not sure if it's the mandolin or the ukulele, but it's basically tuned the opposite of a bass. So,
Okay.
So it's my friend told me you should pick up. I can't remember which one it was, but he's like, you should pick one of them up, man. It's easy. It's just the opposite of the bass. It's an upside down bass in your hands. You can do it. I've seen you play yours backwards. I was like, really? All right. So hopefully for this year, for Christmas, I'm gonna get a mandolin and a ukulele because I saw them on sale.
yeah. Well, ukuleles are pretty cheap.
Yeah, it's like $40, and the mandolin was only $70. So I'm just like,
Yeah.
come on, baby, get me some music stuff. I bought you drums, lady. Get me some stuff. I'm lucky my wife plays too, so.
Yeah, my wife considers it all a waste of money and time.
My wife supports every stupid dream I have to its fulfillment and can't wait to say, see, I told you it was a failure, or I told you it was going to work.
Yeah. Well, that's because they're never wrong.
My wife, she definitely encourages me.
Beautiful.
And
That's
she
awesome.
does a lot of she does the art for my singles.
Oh, that's awesome. So does mine.
Wow.
Yeah, she does all kinds of painting and art.
She helps with the mixing and mastering. I'm like,
Oh, really?
come listen. Yes, I said, come listen to this, and she'd be like, no, this is too loud, or turn this up.
Because so does mine. Because we met in college at the Art Institute, specifically for the music and video business.
Wow.
How long have you been with your wife, if you mind, if I ask?
Since 1993. We got
Get
married
out of
in
here!
96.
I've been
Yeah.
with mine since '92.
Wow, that's amazing.
Congratulations, sir.
Thank you.
That's awesome.
Hey, you guys
Too many similarities, bro. I gotta go.
It's like looking in the mirror.
No. So yeah. And what kind of plans do you have for the songs that you're thinking about putting on your release as far as the new stuff? Or is it too far away to think about?
Pretty much everything's recorded.
Okay.
It's just
Which ones are going to go where?
deciding which ones I'm going to put on.
Okay. And so you have already recorded stuff that's unreleased that you're just like,
Yeah.
oh, it's good. It's time for this one.
Yep, exactly.
Okay. Awesome.
Hey, you're going to have to keep us posted on this stuff.
Oh, I will, absolutely, of course.
Yeah.
Yeah, when you do the full album, let me know and I will purchase one.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah, no
Cool.
problem, man.
Yeah, and we're there. No doubt about that. No, that's really cool, though. Yeah. But we've been at it for a little over an hour. I think we probably ought to go ahead and...
Wrap it up?
Yes, sir. But I appreciate all your time and all the information.
Yeah,
And
thanks, Dave. Thank you
Thank
very much
you.
for
I
joining
appreciate
us.
you having me on.
yeah, and be sure and well, actually, before you go, tell us how we can contact where
Yeah,
our
give us
listeners.
all your stuff. Twitter,
Yeah.
Instagram, Snapchat.
Sure. My email, I'm on Facebook. It's Facebook/Dave Del Monte Cross County Boys. My email is djdelmo145@alwaysoffline.com, AOL.com. And I also have a Bandcamp site. Let me get that for you.
Yeah.
If you could hang on one
Yeah, and we'll go
second.
ahead and we'll put that on our website too, so people can contact you when they.
Let me get that for you. Bear with me 1 second.
Is that a soapbox guitar over there?
Yeah, so with cigar box.
Cigar box.
Yeah.
Cigar box.
Yeah, I was thinking about trying to learn that when I got my banjo
Doesn't
back.
that play like a banjo?
No,
That plays like a guitar?
no.
What's it play like?
It plays like a real pain because the
Oh, get out of here.
no, the strings are this far from the neck. It doesn't have frets.
It's got bad action. Oh, no, fretless is no problem.
Yeah, and so you,
I began on
yes,
fretless.
Yeah, so you can't use it as a guitar because it's out of tune if you press anywhere on there. So you have to just use the slide bar or the slide, and then it works all right.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
It's Dave Del Monte, Cross County Boys. It's Dave Del Monte, the Cross County Boys. .bandcamp.com.
Oh, okay, cool.
Dave Del Monte, the Cross County Boys.
Yep.
Okay. Yeah, we will go ahead and get that on our website so people can find you when they want to.
Awesome. Thank you so much.
Oh, you bet. And thank you for spending your time with us and giving us the time because I know that you're busy.
Oh, absolutely.
So,
My pleasure.
but yeah, well, thanks a lot, and you have yourself a very good one.
Have,
You too.
have
It
a
was nice meeting you.
fantastic weekend.
Finally seeing you and talking with you.
Yeah, it's about time.
Have a great holiday season, sir. We hope to see you again
You
real
too.
soon.
Have a great holiday.
All right. Bye-bye.
Thanks. Bye-bye now.
Phone's been blowing up. Yeah, that was fun.